Good morning, everyone. Happy December. Gosh, I can't believe it's December already. This year's flown by, it seems like. Let me get on my live chat. 1 second. How's everyone doing this morning? Find my daggone channel. Stinking ad. Okay, live chat. Drama must remain on the stage. Good morning. Charlie Girl says. Samara, good morning. The Chatterbox. Good morning. Hey, Cement Shoes, Melissa. Did anyone get any snow last night? I got about 3 inches. Hey, Debbie, good morning. Hold on 1 sec. Okay, sorry. I was talking to my son. Hey, Never Lose Hope. Good morning. Oh my gosh, guys, it is so cold outside here. I can't believe we got 3 inches, our first snow. Okay, I'll just give everybody just a minute to get in here. And we got a couple missing persons cases to talk about this morning. And then there it was another case out of Florida. Oh my gosh, these two monsters brutally raped a 7-year-old girl. They deserve the death penalty for what they've done to this child. And I'll warn you before we get to that, I'm going to save it for last. It's horrific. It's horrific. So trigger warning. Hey, Haley, good morning. How's the baby? We got a dusting. Not much covered the cars and the roofs. Oh, my God. We got about 3 inches. Debbie did too. She got 3 inches. Hey, Robin. How are you? Colleen. Hey. I don't know if I pronounced your name right. My aunt's name is Colleen. You may pronounce yours Colleen, though. Anyhow. Let me get my phone set up here so I can see my chat. I'm so slow. I do have a little announcement to tell you guys. Hey, Cheryl. Good morning. Good to see you. Friday, we're going to kick off our first annual homicide for the holidays. And each Friday up until Christmas, we will discuss a murder that happened on Christmas or Christmas Eve. We may even do a Thanksgiving one. Yeah, but we're going to do homicide for the holidays. Haley, he is wonderful. Thank you for asking. Well, he is the cutest little thing. He is so cute. Okay. Oh my God, Cece, I read that this morning. That is sick. You pronounced it right. I'm a Tennessee girl. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you was a city-fied girl. So it's Colleen. Okay. It's my dad's sister's name. Hey, Southern Mom. How are you? Let me get this little girl's picture pulled up from Tennessee here. There's like a 15-year-old girl. She's missing from, I think it's Marysville, Tennessee. Let me get over here and fix let's put her picture across the screen. Okay, so her name is Natalie Witty. She's 15. She disappeared on November 28th, which was a Saturday. She was last seen at Ashley Apartments. She's 5'8", 130 pounds with hazel eyes and brown hair. Police are asking for the public's help. They're asking for people to call in tips. If you've seen something, no matter how little you may think it is, call in and tell them because they cannot find this child anywhere. And I think in this picture, she actually has her hand on a cow. I thought it was a goat at first, and then, which it doesn't matter. But I'm just wondering, does her family live on a farm or something? Um, let me go get the article pulled up and see what else it says. I think that's about all it says, is that she's missing. Last seen on the 28th, and that's about all they know. Let's see. Tennessee authorities are asking for the public's assistance after a 15-year-old teen disappeared over the weekend. According to the Maryville Police Department, Natalie Ann Witty was last at the Ashley Apartments in Maryville on November 28th. She was last seen wearing blue jeans, an orange and yellow tank top, and a camouflage jacket. Lord, what was that child doing with the tank top on? It's cold. Natalie stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighs 130 pounds. She has hazel eyes and brown hair. If anybody has any information that might assist the Maryville Police Department in locating Natalie, please call 911 or contact Detective John Foley at 865-273-3833. Authorities have released little details regarding Natalie's disappearance. The story is developing. Check back for updates. I was looking for updates this morning. I was actually on the Maryville Police Department's Facebook too. There's no updates. Not yet. I hope they locate her. I hope she's just hiding out at a friend's house. Maybe she got mad at her parents, guardians, whoever. Hopefully no predator got her. I always get the worst feelings when I see that people's missing. Hey, Keisha, how are you? Hey, Lisa, how are you? Alex, Blue West. Oh, Colleen, you want to call in? Got any info? Have you heard anything? Where she might be? Any theories? Anything like that? Oh, we've missed you too, Keisha. I miss people that usually come in a lot and then I haven't seen them in a while. I looked up her Facebook account and I thought she was standing in a field with a horse, but I've not even heard about this until I read it. I read about it last night and I was like, that's going to be one of my topics this morning. Get the word out. I got a smile channel, but you never know who might see this. Somebody might see it that has seen her or knows something. I don't have Facebook, so I couldn't really go into Facebook. All I could do was it just pulled up the post from the police department. I sure love this crew. Oh, I love my crew too. I got the best peeps in the world here. Really. People brag on y'all all the time. I'll go back and watch the beginning. No, Lisa, here, I'll just tell you about it real quick. Her name is Natalie Ann Witty. She's 15 years old. She disappeared from Marysville, Tennessee on November 28th, 2020, which was Saturday. She was last seen at Ashley, I think that's how you say it, Apartments. She's 5'8". She weighs 130 pounds. She has hazel eyes and brown hair. And that's all that they've said. That's all the information that they have released. The only other thing they said is if anyone has any tips or might know where Natalie is, to call 911 or Detective John Foley at 865-273-3833. I used to have a teacher that had that last name. Hey, Very Mary. They have no info except that, let me highlight this, that she is missing. She is a church-going girl and a good kid, so it is strange. So she doesn't have a history of running away, I'm assuming. Oh, guys, this has got me really worried. Colleen said she's a good kid, so this is out of character, I'm assuming, for her. It looks like she's on a farm here in this picture. Colleen, do you know if her family owns a farm or has farm animals? Are they searching for her? Are they doing like foot searches? Are they using tracking dogs? I'm sure they're searching for her. Unfortunately, lots of times when teenagers run away, sometimes police will not take it, or when they go missing, police will not take it seriously. They assume that the kids just run away. Oh, you're welcome, Lisa. I hope and pray they find her too. I hope they find her by today. Today. The more time that she's missing, the worse it is, guys. Every second counts when someone's missing. I hope she didn't meet somebody online and have them meet her at the apartment or anything like that. Hell, you never know. Someone could have saw her outside and snatched her too. I got a bad feeling. I hope my feeling's wrong though. Anyways, I will keep y'all updated. If y'all hear anything, let me know. Leave me a comment or something. Prayers for her and her family. Let me take this one thing down. Because we got another missing case too, guys. This next lady that's missing is from Staten Island. And it is the craziest story. She goes for a walk with her mom in a park. I think it's called Clove Lakes Park. They're walking. Her mom decides to go back to the car. Dr. Tamara Saukin continues on her walk. And she disappears. She never returns to the car. When did this happen? She's been missing since November 18th. Let me get out of this for a second. Now, she just left the medical practice that she worked at due to family issues. That's what she told her patients. That's just so strange. Her and her mom's walking at this park. Her mom gets tired. Hey, I'm going to go back to the car. And Tamara just disappears. And they have been searching this park. I mean, they've searched everywhere in the little lake, pond, whatever it's called. There, they've searched the wooded area, everything. Let me screen share this. Hold on. Let me get these ads down. Damn, these ads. I'm going to look at the chat because I seen Colleen comment something. Just had to answer the phone. I hope I did not miss anything. Colleen, I was asking, do you know if Natalie Witty's family owns a farm or anything? Not that it matters. I'm just curious. You know, when kids go missing, I'm always suspicious of the guardians, the parents. Okay. Well, I'm waiting for her to answer. Staten Island doctor missing for nearly 2 weeks. Witnesses describe police activity in the park where Dr. Tamara Saukin was last seen. I think I'm saying her name right. A Staten Island doctor and a former competitive figure skater has been missing since November 18th. So, she used to be a figure skater. That's cool. And police remain tight-lipped about the investigation. As previously reported, Dr. Tamara Saukin, 44, went missing on November 18th after an early morning walk with her mother at Staten Island's Clove Lakes Park. Tamara's mother told police that she and her daughter had separated when the mother decided to return to the car, but Tamara chose to stay in the park and continue walking. It remains unclear if the missing woman and her mother had traveled together to the park or had separate vehicles. It is also unknown who reported the doctor missing and when. I'm suspicious of that mother. I hate to say that, but I mean, that's just a crazy story. They're walking together in this park. The mom decides to go back to the car, and this doctor, Tamara, she just disappears into thin air. And they have been searching that park high and low and still can't find her. Colleen, I don't know. I don't know. I do know someone who goes to church with her. They say she is a good girl. I'm sure she is. Bless her heart. I hope they find her quick. The more time it passes, the worse it is. Okay, so it says police searched the park extensively in the immediate days following the disappearance, and dive teams searched the lake Monday. The NYPD has so far said very little about the investigation and has not held a press conference about the case in the 12 days since Dr. Saukin vanished. So they've searched the lake. Oh, that's a pretty place. I'm assuming they're searching the wooded area. Where could she be at? Someone could have kidnapped her, though. Some predator could have saw an opportunity and jumped on it. Saw her alone, took her. Knocked her in the head, took her or something. Pulled out a gun, took her. It's just weird. I mean, it's like she disappeared into thin air. Okay. It says Crime Online spoke to 2 witnesses who say they saw police activity in the park on Saturday afternoon near Victory Boulevard, not far from the ice skating rink. Diana Glenskaya, something, and Christine, I'll never pronounce that, both Staten Island residents, said they saw multiple police vehicles and ununiformed officers, along with what they look like search dogs. One officer was seen carrying an item or items away from the apparent search area, the witness said. Crime Online cannot confirm if the reported police activity on Saturday was in connection to Dr. Saukin's disappearance. The NYPD declined to answer our questions about the case and the 2 witness accounts. There are no updates, and the investigation remains ongoing. An NYPD spokesperson wrote in an email. I think that's weird that they've not gave a press conference. She's been missing 12 days, and they've not said anything. How did they know that the mom and her were actually at that park? I wonder if there's any cameras. No, it's just a strange story. And she was having some family issues because that's why she left that medical practice. She sent a letter out to her patients that she was leaving because of family problems. Okay, according to her bio, Dr. Saukin was formerly a competitive figure skater and went to an accelerated medical school program just out of high school. In 2015, she was seriously hurt in a freak accident just outside her Staten Island home. Her Mercedes had been parked in her driveway with the engine on and somehow rolled away, though no one was in the car. Dr. Saukin reportedly chased after the car trying to stop it, but the car ran over her leg before it crashed into a neighbor's house, severely injuring her. I had something similar happen to me one time. In October, Dr. Saukin announced, apparently abruptly, that she was taking a temporary leave from the practice of medicine. She also surrendered her medical license, according to online records. This was voluntary and not the result of any disciplinary action. Dr. Saukin's family has not yet publicly commented on her disappearance. She could have just walked away from her life. Could have, after her mom walked back to that car, that could have been her plan, just to walk away from her life. And she had turned in her medical license and stuff. Something strange. Somebody had to have seen something. It is weird. Colleen, they must have something. Yeah. Sometimes it actually hurts police when they give press conferences and stuff. Sometimes it's better if they're tight-lipped. Now, the stuff that they found some items at the park, but it's not been verified if it was Tamara's or not. They said Tamara suffered from alcoholism and depression. She disappeared on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. Yeah. I had wrote down the 18th is what I read from one thing this morning. Yeah, it says it here too. What day was Thanksgiving on? I can't remember. It says she went missing on November 18th after an early morning walk with her mother. That is just so weird. They go for a walk. The mom goes back to the car and she's just gone. She never goes back to the car. Which they've not said if they rode together to the park or not. I'm hoping that they release some information here soon. I've been following this for a couple of days. Something's not right. What were they carrying out of the woods? They haven't said. They haven't said what it was or if it's connected to her disappearance. I think if she had a medical emergency or something, they would have found her. You know what I mean? Either someone took her or she walked off on her own. It's just strange. It's strange how she just all of a sudden, didn't want to be a doctor anymore. That's so strange. I mean, they go to school forever to become doctors. Is she just going to give her license up? Give up her career out of the blue? Doesn't make sense. Hey, Mandy. I'm a patient of hers, and I know her family well. Her mother has nothing to do with this. This is as sketchy as the doctor was. A month ago, she sent us a letter that she was no longer practicing. Wow. Wow. Thank you for commenting. No family issues. She walked off or took her own life. Yeah. Yeah, I was reading something about she had sent her patients letters and said that she was leaving because, some family things going on. That's what that one article I read this morning said. Well, she could have been at the wrong place at the wrong time. Some weirdo could have grabbed her, could have saw an opportunity and took her, pulled out some kind of weapon or something, made her leave somehow. Hopefully, they release some information. Hope they find her safe and sound. I really do. If you look up the license she surrendered, it was for alcohol. AM. I'm just going to call you AM. Someone else, Never Lose Hope, had just commented that. Oh my gosh, alcoholism is a terrible, terrible disease. It's so sad. It is a sad world. It is odd the search is on one day, off the next. Always police at the driveway. Yeah, and how come they've not, spoke out? I mean, sometimes, it's better for them to remain tight-lipped. But gosh, they could at least, make a public statement. What's going on? Hey, we're investigating this. We don't want to, release that much information right now. I truly believe drugs and alcohol overwhelmed her and she chose to do this. Yeah. That's a good possibility. I mean, either someone took her, or she walked off, or she done something to herself. It's one of those. I hope that they find her. I really hope and pray. Sad it was spiraling out of control situation for a few years now. Yeah, drugs and alcohol. I mean, it will ruin your life, ruin your family's life. It's so sad. We have, me and the hubby have a good friend who's an alcoholic. Mark's been friends with him since they were kids in kindergarten. And it's just sad to see what he's done to himself. I don't know how people do it. Get up drinking liquor and beer first thing in the morning. It's sad. It's sad to see someone like this doctor here. You know, it seemed like, she got a good education. She's a doctor. But alcohol has basically ruined her life if she is an alcoholic. 6:30 a.m. You never know who's out there. Yeah. Hey, these weirdos and these predators will go to parks and places. Scope it out. See if they can get them an easy victim. I do hope they find her too. I'll keep y'all updated. If y'all hear anything, please let me know. Prayers for her and her family. Now, I wasn't accusing her mom. I'm just always suspicious of the people that last see them. Always. And it's such a strange story, My cousin died from alcoholism. Yeah, I've known several people that's got cirrhosis of the liver because of that. I used to know, well, I didn't know him, but there was this guy in town, and he turned yellow, and he was like all swollen up. He was so swollen, it looked like his skin was going to bust. It's from drinking liquor. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Mandy. Prayers. Hopefully she's in treatment. Yeah, she could have just walked off and went to treatment. I want to know if her mom and her rode to the park together. I used to hike the mountains here alone. Now I always take my husband or don't go. Yeah, hey, don't go hiking in the mountains without a weapon. Might run into a bear, a mama bear and its cub, or a mountain lion or anything. Yeah, they get to looking jaundice. I can't even say that name. Where they turn yellowish. My son had a little bit of that when he was first born. Jaundice, whatever it's called. Anyways, hopefully they find her. Guys, she could have had a mental break. She could have had a mental break and just walked off. You should look. Hey, Tam. Hey, I started to put that in my topics this morning. We can talk about it. She was the Alexis Sharkey, a beauty influencer on Instagram. Now, I didn't follow her. I never get on Instagram. But they just found her like dead beside the road. Let me get it pulled up. I'm just wondering how that lady died. She was a beautiful young lady. I think she had just had an argument with somebody. Let me go back and read that. Where did I see that? Oh, here it is. Instagram influencer found dead on side of road after getting in an argument. Who was she arguing with, I wonder? Probably a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Let me take some of these ads down. I'll share her picture. She's beautiful. Beautiful young lady. Now, I think this happened in Texas. I'll have to go look. I read it this morning. Texas woman found dead on the side of the road this weekend has been identified as a missing Instagram influencer. Houston police confirmed to KPRC that a body discovered in the 1000 block of Red Hall Street is Alexis Sharkey, 26 years old, also known as Alexis Lee Robinant. Alexis last known contact with her friends. She had last had contact with her friends on Friday evening. According to KTRK, a Houston Public Works employee was driving when they spotted Sharkey's body in some bushes. Her body reportedly had no visible injuries, and authorities believe it had been there overnight. Let me unplug my mic so it won't robot, and we'll listen to her mom. My laptop's acting weird. It always mutes me when I unplug my mic. Hope it don't play a daggone ad. Okay, let me mute until the daggone ad gets done. I don't know why they had to put an ad on this video. It's her mom talking. Okay.
26-year-old daughter has been missing since Friday night. Talking Wednesday, plans for Christmas, when she was going to make flights to come home. We just didn't finalize them yet. Thursday, missing each other. Happy Thanksgiving, missing each other. It was a busy day on her end and our end, and so it was just one of those in passing, type of love you things. And then Friday, we just honestly Friday got away. Busy day, and we never talked. And then she went missing Friday night, and I have not seen her or heard from her since. We were notified on Saturday that she was missing by her husband. He called us up to let us know. And that's when, of course, any parent goes into full panic mode. Mm-hmm. And that's where we've been ever since. She would not necessarily contact me every day. She's kind of got an independent flair. So I let her live, and we just communicate as needed and definitely do. But she has a close-knit group of friends, and they've never known her to disappear, and I've never known her to not communicate when we reach out to her, ever. She always has her phone with her, and she always responds. Okay. And we have frantically been texting her and messaging her and calling her. Christmas last year, we had plans to get together in April, COVID. We had plans to get together for Thanksgiving, COVID. And so haven't seen her since Christmas. She is, she's got long, kind of dirty blonde hair. Of course, I'm her mom, but I think she's beautiful. Yes. She has blue eyes. She has some unique placed tattoos. Her last name is Sharkey, so on her forearm she has a shark, and she has a rose, and she has just some scripture verses and just some different tattoos that are tucked away that you don't notice unless she wears something where you can see them. She has a white Jeep Rubicon that she drives, and
bless her heart.
I don't even know what else to describe.
Does she have any nicknames she goes by?
Yeah, I mean, just Alexis or Lex. If anybody has any knowledge or any idea, we would so greatly appreciate it. She is a smart, beautiful girl that has so much to offer, and we need to get her home. We need to find her. And we miss her terribly.
Oh, that's so sad. So sad. Let me get my mic back up. Let me stop screen sharing. I can't believe that ad on that video of that lady talking about her daughter that's just passed away. was just found dead, and they had to put an ad up on it. Jesus Christ, crime online. Get a life, Nancy Grace. Quit being so greedy. She's a beautiful, beautiful girl. Now, when I read this morning, I did not know that she had a husband. I hope the police is questioning him. I'm sure they are. And strap him up to a lie detector. I know they're not always accurate, but anyhow. Hey, Miss Jones, Sapphire, Michelle P, Michelle Fury. So sad. I feel her heartbreak. Yeah, her mom's a beautiful lady. See where she got her good looks from. So sad. They said she had no visible marks on her. Wonder if she had any history of substance abuse. It doesn't look like it to me that she's someone that it's like has a drug addiction. I mean, of course, I could be wrong. You know, we only see what people show us on social media. Of course, Tam says she's married. Let me get to my comments. The mom is heartbroken. I know. He can't be reached. Hey, Natalie. He didn't report her missing. Her friends did. I bet you my bottom dollar he did something to her. Usually, if I find women dead like that, it's usually a lover that's done it, a partner. So sad. Like, what kind of husband doesn't report their wife missing? I'm just reading the comments here. Can't be reached. Oh my God. I just cannot believe that. That he cannot be reached. That's a major, major red flag. Y'all are right. Something's up with that. We'll have to follow this. Thanks, Tam, for coming in and commenting about her, because I was going to talk about her, and then I got sidetracked this morning and didn't add it into my topics. I'm not on Instagram a lot, so I don't know who she is. I'll have to get on there today and check out her page and stuff. I wonder what her husband's name is. Piece of crap, can't even be reached. His wife found dead beside the road in some bushes. Man, people suck. They really do. You know what I'll never understand is how people, well, for one, how people kill their children or kill children. And number two, how people can kill their partner, someone, that they once loved. That blows my mind. Especially blows my mind when people's been married for years and they end up killing their wife or husband. I'll never understand it. Oh, thank you, Tam. Well, I'm not that professional, and I can't pronounce stuff half the time, and sometimes I get things wrong, but I try. Thank you. I'm glad you came in. I think maybe you're right, Cece. Why didn't he report her missing? Strange behavior. Hey, he could have poisoned her. They said there was no visible marks. He could have poisoned her or something. He could have suffocated her. That wouldn't cause no marks. I mean, if he strangled her, yeah, it would, but could have suffocated her or something. That kind that kills them. Yeah. I've read this story one time. Well, it was back in October. This woman been married to her husband for 40 some years. She shoots him. He's in the garage. Then you know what she does? Then she goes and hands out Halloween candy to the kids in the neighborhood. Then her daughter helps her get the body and they go dump it. But they get caught. She helped her mother dump her own father's body. That happened, oh my gosh, years ago. I cannot think of her name right off the bat, but I believe I've got it written down somewhere. I believe it's Betty something. Okay. Now, guys, we're getting ready to talk about a real, real hard topic right now. I'm just going to warn y'all. It's bad what we're getting ready to talk about. Firefighter and his girlfriend raped a 7-year-old girl to teach her how to have a baby. What they did to this child. Oh my gosh. That bitch right there. I usually don't cuss on here, but that bitch right there needs to be took out and I'm just going to shut up before I get in trouble on my channel by YouTube. Y'all know what I was going to say. She needs to be took out in the backyard and done away with. Both of them, but especially her. Any woman that stand by and let a man rape a child or rape anybody. She's worse than him. She's worse than him. And that's my opinion. So this guy was a firefighter. Florida man and woman are behind bars after allegedly carrying out disturbing sexual acts on a 7-year-old victim. Oh gosh, I meant to look up this guy's name. He's a Kissimmee firefighter, Argelio Pupo or something, 32, and his real estate broker girlfriend, Morgan Keene, 27, are both facing capital sexual battery of a child. According to authorities, police arrived at the couple's home on November 11th after a call concerning a disturbance. Someone contacted police after Keene's 7-year-old, who lived in the home with the couple, said that she was being forced to do sexual acts that she did not wish to perform. When authorities arrived, they spoke to a witness as the little girl hid under a table crying. The attacks reportedly happened between May 1st and November 12th. She let that son of a bitch do that to her little girl, and she stood there and watched. Oh my God, I'm getting pissed. 2 witnesses spoke to investigators about the alleged abuse. One victim showed authorities some videos of the little girl explaining what happened to her. The victim mentioned that they were trying to teach her how to have a baby, a police report read. The abuse started when Pupo allegedly raped the child in a bedroom while Keene was present, the affidavit states. The gruesome attack caused the child to start bleeding. But after Keene helped clean her up, she told the girl to take a shower and go to sleep. The victim stated Keene was present when the incident occurred and assisted in cleaning up the blood before ultimately telling the victim to go shower and go to bed. The following day, Keene reportedly texted with an nurse friend and led the nurse to believe she was inquiring about her own vaginal tear. The friend told Keene to go to the doctor. Instead, Keene reportedly took the victim to Target, where she bought a sewing kit. You bitch. Keene later stitched up the girl's injuries. The victim told police that it was hurting really bad. Oh, God, love her heart. I'm about to cry. The nurse later asked Keene if she used lidocaine for treatment, to which Keene allegedly responded, "Nope, LOL." When questioned, Keene told police that Pupo was abusive to her and that she was trying to get out of the relationship. She reportedly claimed that he previously hit her with a bag of ice, which caused partial vision loss. Keene, who said she was pregnant, also stated that Pupo kicked her in the ribs when he found out about the pregnancy and punched her in the stomach with one of his crutches. You know what? I don't feel a bit sorry for her. She stood there and watched him rape her daughter. Morgan described that her husband has put her in emotional fear and distress of her life, the report reads. Cry me a river, piece of shit. Keene claimed that she had no idea about the sexual abuse of the child. The Kissimmee Fire Department placed Pupo on administrative leave without pay. In addition to sexual battery, Pupo is also facing aggravated child abuse. Keene is facing an additional charge of child neglect with great bodily harm. Both suspects remain behind bars without bail. Can you? I can imagine. I can imagine how much pain she was in. Bless her heart. And that bitch went and got a sewing kit and sewed up that little girl's private areas. Can you imagine how bad that hurt? Imagine how bad it hurt when he was doing that to the little girl. Now, Keen, this woman Keen, is her mother. She is the most responsible. I don't feel sorry for her. She was being abused. A lot, most women that are being abused, they'll get their kid the hell out of there. Seems like to me, she was sitting there watching this guy rape her daughter. She was getting some kind of sick pleasure out of it. I hope they fry both their asses, because that's what they deserve. This kid's going to have to live with that in her brain the rest of her life. Of course, she'll probably get therapy and stuff. But, it's going to affect her in her adulthood. Trust me, it's going to. When you're sexually abused, it does. It messes with your brain. They won't even get a portion of what they deserve. This morning when I was, fixing my thumbnail and stuff, I started not to do this case because I know it's going to trigger people. But people need to know what these sickos do. They really do. Need to be made aware. A lot of people don't realize how many kids are abused and physically abused and sexually abused. Can you believe that any woman would stand there and watch somebody rape a child? Rape her own child. I like to get my hands on her for about 2 seconds because that's all it takes. Yeah, he's a piece of crap too, but that was that woman's child. That's her child. And she let that son of a bitch do that to her. Damn, my blood pressure just, oh God, shot through the roof. Yeah, Natalie, do you want to link to Discord? Kimsey, can you let that dog in?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get you a link. Okay, invite members. I don't know which dog that is scratching at the door. I thought they were all in here. Oh, okay. Discord is a place where, you can chat with other subscribers. You can send private messages to me or whoever else is in the Discord. I think if you're on a phone, you got to download the Discord app. I have the Discord on my laptop. I didn't download anything. I just go pull it up and log in that way. It's a good way to get a hold of me because I am so bad about checking my emails and stuff. Like, I hardly ever get in there. If I remember, I do. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah. Here's another son of a bitch that don't deserve to be on this earth. 5-year-old fatally struck when mom's soldier boyfriend forces him out of the car on dark, rainy nights. Hey, parents, when are you going to stop trusting every Tom, Dick, and Harry with your kids? God almighty. I mean, some of these women and men, they will actually let their boyfriends and girlfriends abuse their children. God, it makes me sick. I'm so pissed off right now. I can't even hardly talk. Hold on, guys. I got a cough. Let me mute a sec. Okay. I hate coughing when I'm on here. That's why I like to mute. I find it rude. Hey, Remy. That lady is sick, 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 sick. I would love to watch each of us get 1 second with her. It'd only take about 2 seconds in the room with her. I'd snap her freaking neck. God, that stuff. I mean, you know what? I just don't think child abusers and child molesters, sex predators, they should be allowed to live. They abuse one kid, they'll abuse another. They'll rape one woman or child, they'll do others. There's no rehabilitation for these weirdos. They think they are, but there's not. A lot of these stories that you read, you will learn that they have a history of this. They've already been to prison for it. They've already, been in these rehab programs for it. Hey, there's no rehab for it. There's no rehabilitation. It's wired into their DNA. They cannot control it. It's like a serial killer. They cannot control it. It's just in them. I'm not a professional, but that's how I think about it. It's what I believe. Okay. 5-year-old boy is dead after his mother's boyfriend forced him out of the car in the rain Sunday night and was hit by another car. Brian Starr, age 35, told police that Austin Birdseye became unruly as they traveled along busy Alabama Highway 165 near Fort Mitchell. So he pulled over into a church parking lot and told the boy to get out. What do you say to that? What is your thought process when you tell a 5-year-old to get out of the car on a rainy night because they were being loud in the car? Russell County Sheriff Heath Taylor said, it's just heartbreaking. You know what they should do to him? They should go put him on, tie him to the damn train tracks. Austin was taken to the Piedmont Columbus Regional Hospital where he died from his injuries. Starr, an active duty soldier stationed at Fort Benning in Georgia, has been charged with murder because of his reckless disregard for the boy's safety, the sheriff said. Taylor said the area where the boy was killed is not well lit, and that combined with the rain made spotting the small child difficult for other drivers. As for the driver who hit Austin, they were not at fault, he said. We have their information. We've spoken to them. We will speak to them again, but at this point, there's no indication that they had any chance of not hitting that little guy, the little guy, Taylor said. Starr lives in Fort Mitchell, about 3 miles from his posting at Fort Benning, with Austin's mother, Christina Birdseye. The Army Post said that Starr, a sergeant first class with 17 years of service, turned himself in. Boy, you'd think an Army soldier had a little bit more patience than that and a little bit more common sense. We are deeply saddened by this tragic event and extend our heartfelt condolences to the family of the deceased. Oh, if that'd been my child, he wouldn't have had a chance to turn himself in. He can take that to the bank for real. That's bullshit. I guarantee that he had a history of abusing this child. This child probably did not belong to him. I think it was his girlfriend's kid. And he resented the child because he's an idiot. Freaking monster. Taylor said the incident took place about 2 miles from the family's home. And it was reported at 8 p.m. Sunday night, and that Christina Birdseye was not in the car at the time. He also said investigators are checking St. John's AME Church for surveillance footage, and that the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency will conduct the accident investigation while his office probes the death. Well, that right there should be murder. There's no manslaughter. It shouldn't be manslaughter or anything like that. It should be first-degree murder, because when you put a little child out in the dark on a highway, you know that there is a great possibility that they're going to get hit and killed, right? Common freaking sense. Piece of shit. And it's not their fault that they were just driving and didn't expect. Yes. And you know what? When I was reading that, Natalie, I feel for the person that hit little Austin, because, they are probably feeling a lot of guilt about it, but it was not their fault. I mean, it was dark, it's raining. Nobody expects a 5-year-old kid just to pop out in the road, middle of a busy, road at night. Guarantee you'd been abusing this boy. When are these mothers and these fathers going to quit trusting these people with their kids? And you know what? A lot of these moms will say, oh, I didn't know he was abusing them. Bullshit. When a kid is abused, their behavior changes. Their behavior changes, right? I know. I was an abused child. I withdrew from everybody. I basically quit talking. I was scared to death. Like if I was at a family's house, there was a bunch of people there. There was men there. I was scared to death to get up and walk across the floor in front of them. Instead, I would sit there and hold my pee as long as I could because I didn't want to walk across the floor in front of men. It's hard to explain, but that was my mindset when I was little. Even though, the people around me hadn't done anything, I was still scared of them. Still scared. These stories really get me, and when I read them, I can feel these kids' pain. I know what it feels like. You're just so terrified, and there's just nothing you can do about it. You feel helpless. It infuriates me. I know I say things on here I shouldn't say about these monsters, but I can't help it. They all should get the freaking death penalty for abusing kids. Every one of them that's done it. For abusing, murdering, anything that they've done to a kid, they should die for it. That's my opinion. Be sentenced to death. And this guy right here, I hope he gets charged with first-degree murder, because in my opinion, that's what it was. First-degree murder. Premeditated. You put a kid out in the road, you know they're going to get hit and killed. That was his intention. I do not even believe the kid was being loud in the car. That's his tail I'm setting on mine. Been abusing this kid. He saw an opportunity to abuse him and scare him. That's why he put him out. Piece of shit. Here's something else. Couple found dead. I'm sorry, guys. I get on rants about this because it just pisses me off. Oh, it's okay, guys. It's okay. I was going to say it don't much bother me anymore, but that's a lie. It does bother me. Not like it used to, but when I read these cases, I can feel these kids' pain. I can feel the panic, everything. I think I'm an empath. It really gets to me. I'm about to cry. We got to move on. Okay, couple found dead the day after family members request welfare check. Police say relatives did not express safety concerns. Oh gosh, this is in Texas. Oh gosh, I cannot pronounce these names. This happened in Austin on Friday, where they found Alaim Corzel, 26, and Justin Shads, 47, dead of yet undisclosed causes. According to the report, Shad's family had requested a welfare check the day before, but it was Curzel's family who alerted police on Friday. Okay. It says the welfare check on Thursday said the family members did not express any safety concerns. So one of their brothers called. It's really all it's saying. Okay, it says upon entering the home, police found a bedroom door locked and forced entry into the room after repeated warnings. Police sources told KXAN the deaths appeared to be the result of a domestic violence incident. Oh, this is looking like a murder-suicide. Well, that's crazy. I hate I couldn't pronounce those names, but I couldn't. They were hard. Okay, let me look at the chat for a second. Gosh, I could sit here and read true crime all morning and bitch. It's monsters. They infuriate me. Okay, let me look at my chat. As a CASA, I see way too much abuse. Does it get to you, Colleen? I don't know if I could work with abused children. I may be able to work with abused adults, but I don't think I could work with abused children. It would bother me too much. I'd be wanting to take the law into my own hands. I'm telling you, if someone ever done something to my son, they wouldn't make it to jail. That's facts. I don't know how some of these parents do it. They go sit in the courtrooms with somebody that, killed their child, and they have to sit there and listen to testimony. I don't know how they do it. Okay. You are an empath. I think I am. I get really emotional, especially with the Evelyn Boswell case. I can't even hardly mention that child's name. If I talk too much about her, I'll start crying. Even when I'm talking to my husband about her. Like the other day I mentioned, I was like, oh, December 3rd, Megan Boswell goes to court. The prosecutors are going to announce what punishment they're going to be seeking against her. Like, life in prison, death. But anyways, I just started crying. I just couldn't help it. I bought her a little ballerina to go on the tree. I was going for angel wings and couldn't find any. That's why I couldn't be a cop. None of them would make it to jail. Yeah, I know. I'd be going to prison for murder. Okay, look at this sicko. He was a teacher. He's already charged with sexual battery. Now he's charged with sexually abusing a child relative in 1975. What happened is she came forward after he was charged with that sexual battery. He's 75 years old, living in North Carolina, has been charged with sexually assaulting children as far back as 1975. Damn, that's before I was even born. That's 5 years before I was born. James Frederick Hammondtree was initially arrested last December in Morehead City for sexual battery, prompting a woman to come forward and say that Hammondtree, a member of her family, had sexually abused her as a child beginning in 1975. She just now got the courage to come forward. Onslow County detectives launched an investigation and learned that Hammondtree had been married multiple times and allegedly abused several other members of his family. He's been charged with 9 felony counts of indecent liberties with a child under the age of 12. In the Morehead City case, Hammondtree was at the time a teacher at Chosen Generation Christian Academy, a private pre-K through 12 school, which rented space at the Morehead City Recreation Center. Detectives said the alleged assault took place at the center. He was given a $10,000 bond on the charge and was scheduled to appear in court next month. Onslow County authorities said Hammondtree is now in the Onslow County Detention Center on a $180,000 bond. They noted that there is no statute of limitations in North Carolina on such crimes. Well, praise the Lord, because if there was, then he wouldn't be charged for assaulting his relative. I wonder how many of his stepchildren that he molested. Wait and see. There'll be more victims come forward. He was a teacher for a long time. Go figure. Working at a Christian academy. Molesting children. Piece of shit. Oh, thank you, Mandy, for the super chat. I missed that. Oh, thank you very Mary. What is... We love your empathy. Oh, thank you very Mary. Thank you so much. Guys, I get on rants on here. I'm more of a ranter than a true crime. I guess. But hey, I never claimed to be professional. Thank you, ladies, for the super chats. I appreciate it. What's wrong with Colleen? Yuck, a teacher. Yeah, I was abused as a child. That's why I'm a CAS. Prayers, Colleen. Well, you know how it feels then, like I do. That's why I like to come on here and advocate for children. I may not do a good job at it, but I try. I try to drill into people's heads that there is no rehabilitation for these weirdos. I don't care what the experts say. If there's rehabilitation for them, how come they get out of prison and reoffend? Back during the coronavirus, they released a prisoner in Florida. Guess what? He went and raped somebody that same freaking day. He was a sex predator, too. Oh, thank you, Sapphire. Oh, I love the unicorn. That's so cool. Hey, Max. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Yeah. I want to tell you what, all the stuff that I went through has made me more sympathetic and empathetic towards people, I guess. I guess that's how you would say it. Like, I don't know. It's just, it makes me think about stuff before I say it, like to people and stuff, even on social media. Because you just never know what somebody's going through. Somebody can be acting all happy-go-lucky online, and really they're struggling. And, we should just watch what we say to people because we don't know people's struggles. We don't know what's going through somebody's mind. I would have fed him to the gators. Oh, my gosh. Speaking of gators, I got something to show y'all. Like, they found a freaking dinosaur in Florida. Not a real-life dinosaur, but a huge alligator. And I saved this because I wanted to show y'all how big this gator is. They said he was like 13 foot long. He's got to be longer than that. Hell, the ones that they kill on swamp people are at least 11, 12 foot. And this gator looks so much bigger. These guys were duck hunting. I don't know who would want to kill ducks. But anyways, they were duck hunting. Every time that they shot a duck, this gator would come up and snatch it. Oh, crap, I didn't save the video, but I can find it. That's what we'll end our stream on, the huge gator. Hey, don't be swimming in the damn lakes in Florida, honey. Let me see. See, that's the TMZ article. We need the one that's got the video of it. Well, crap. Well, let me go back and look. I want y'all to see this on video. I've got a picture here, but I mean, this gator is freaking huge. It looks bigger than the one that was at that golf course. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to find the video, of course. I knew I should have saved that, but I'm going to show y'all the picture. TMZ's got an article up about it. Oh, man, I wanted y'all to see the video so bad because this gator's huge. It's huge. Look at the head on that. I mean, this looks like something from, gosh, what's that movie? Timothy, what's that movie where the big crocs are living in that lake here in the United States? I can't think of the name. I can't think of the name. This is the definition of a sitting duck. A dead bird gunned down by hunters got swallowed up by a massive alligator. And it's all on video. Well, let's see if y'all got the video. I mean, when I saw, oh, here it is. Here it is. We got it, guys.
There we go.
Look at him.
Number 2 of the day.
He's freaking huge. Can you imagine being in the water at that thing?
The other one that ate the other one.
Look how far back his head and tail. Look how much distance. Oh my goodness. Lake Placid, thank you.
Out of here.
Yes, that's what it's reminded me of. Hey, I bet you, let's look at it again. I bet you anything this alligator's, it's got to be 50 years old or older. It's probably a lot older than that. Oh, it's actually on the big screen. Or might it be? I'll watch it again. I've watched this like 100 times. I mean, it's just so big. Timothy's like, Mom, that's not real. And I was like, it's real. It's real. It's been all over the news. That's a big gator. And you know what? That duck, well, it ate a couple of ducks. That probably didn't even fill it up. It'd probably take a small deer to fill a gator up like that. All right, you're fed. Now get out of here. It's probably what Carol Baskin done to Dawn. Speaking of Carol Baskin, she's getting ready to speak in front of Congress, her and O'Howie. They're trying to get a bill passed where nobody can breed big cats anymore. The sanctuaries that's got cats can keep them, but there would be no more big cat breeding, which means that there would be no more cub petting. Hey, Austin, I didn't know you was in here, hon. The gator should have been eating the hunters, killing an animal for fun is disgusting. I told Mark yesterday, I don't have anything against people hunting, like deer hunting and stuff, especially when people's going to eat the meat and stuff like that. I don't have a problem with that. But, I told Mark yesterday, I was like, who would want to kill a cute little duck? I mean, are they going to eat the duck? Reminds me to never go to the Everglades. Carol freaking Baskin cement shoes. That duck is not even an appetizer. No. It's like Carol Baskin when she was slaughtering them little cute rabbits to feed to the tigers. You think a little rabbit's going to do anything to a tiger? Fill it up, Hell no. It's like a small appetizer. She claims to be an animal lover. And here her people at Big Cat Rescue was posting pictures with those little white cute bunnies. Smiling, holding them. Some of the bunnies had blood on them where other bunnies had already been slaughtered. It's a real piece of shit. But she claims to love animals. But you know what? She was like, her excuse was that her volunteers were happy their favorite cat was going to get a meal. Hey, lady, if you can't afford to feed your cats, don't have them. She's a millionaire. She's been a millionaire for years and years and years and years. Since Dawn disappeared. 5 years after Dawn disappeared, she got always breaking money. She could afford to feed those cats. If she can't afford to feed them, got to sacrifice little small bunnies, she shouldn't even freaking have them. She's a hypocrite, plain and simple. They need to stop cub petting. Amen. There's no sense in that. Do you think a little tiger cub wants to be yanked from its mommy and passed around to a bunch of humans and loud kids? Kids talking and laughing? Hell no. Here's the sad thing. When they have a little tiger cub and it's cutting a fit, crying, don't want to go out there and be passed around, they make it go anyways. Yeah, I've seen Joe Exotic do that on a video. This woman that was working there at the zoo, she's like, this little cub's cutting a fit, he's scared, don't want to go out there. And he's like, nope, he's got to go anyways. Yeah. Ever since she killed her husband, she's been a millionaire. I better say, allegedly killed her husband. I was listening to that song, Here Kitty Kitty, this morning by Joe Exotic. It's a pretty good song. Describes Carol to a T, honey. Well, guys, I better get off here. I gotta go potty. I gotta go to the loo. Not the little bunnies. I know, I love bunnies. Southern mom, she's got expensive bunnies. She puts her rabbits like in competitions. Hell, they just won a competition a while back. I was, Mandy. I was looking up to see if Joe Exotic had said anything. I come across that song this morning, so I listened to the whole thing. It's pretty good. If y'all have not seen the video, go check it out on Joe Exotic's channel. Here, kitty, kitty. I had lots of rabbits as pets. Same as cat. Yeah, I did too growing up. Me and my papa, we had like a little rabbit farm where we'd breed and sell rabbits. Hope you've been doing well, Austin. If I ever miss y'all in the chat, I don't do that on purpose. I miss a lot because I run my mouth and have to pay attention. Okay, so I'm going to get off here now. I just want to remind y'all, Wednesday night is our channel members meeting. We'll do it about 8:30. I'll make a community post with the link tomorrow. Today is Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah. Gosh, sometimes I have to look see what freaking day it is. That's pathetic. Anyways, I love y'all. Thank y'all for the super chats this morning. I appreciate it. And thank you to everyone that supports me. You guys are the best. I got the best chatters on YouTube. That's a fact. Anyways, love y'all. Be safe, be kind, in peace, and try to stay warm. She's going to get her karma one day, Colleen. She's got a little bit of karma, but she's going to get more. Oh, Carol Baskin. I can't stand her.